What's up, movie peaks and DCU fans? Today, welcome back to my channel, the Steelers Film Club. Your to-go spot for all the things that we talk about: movies, TV, comic book adaptations, a little bit of everything. But today, we're going to take a deep dive into the DC universe. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button, and turn on your notifications and don't miss a thing about any movie any movie news, DCU stuff, Marvel stuff, TV shows, series, anything you guys can think of that has to do with the film and movie space. I got you guys covered. We're gonna be talking about the DC news straight from James Gunn, Peter Safran, and then I believe David Zaslav was there. They had a press conference with press. They invited press over to Warner Brothers Burbank. They answered all these questions. They pretty much had a Q&A for the DCU slate because a lot of people have a lot of questions. They're a little confused on what's going on, what's attached to DC Universe, what isn't, what's going on with projects that haven't been talked about in a while, and let's break it all down, okay? Let's talk about our first topic. Our first topic is going to be animation. DC's expanding the animated universe, which I thought it was very interesting that they were going to talk about a lot of the animated stuff. First thing that we're going to be talking about is some developments that they have going on. They've talked about already about the dynamic duo. That's going to be a Batman and Robin. Not Batman and Robin. It's gonna be It's gonna be based off two Robins, Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. That one's gonna be an animated film. Allegedly, it's gonna have a theatrical release, and also it's gonna be it's stop motion animation blended together. It's gonna be pretty much their version. I don't want to say of Spider-Verse, but it's literally gonna be that. It's an animated version of the story of Batman, of the two Robins, pretty much what they've talked about already in the past and in the press conference. Pretty much is going to be origin story of these two guys, but they're going to tweak the origin stories. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% on board with that. I don't think their stories should be changed. They have great backstories. Dick Grayson, tragic story. Jason Todd has a tragic story. Hopefully they don't change it too much. Maybe a little tweaks here and there, I'm fine with. Also, they're gonna pretty much show these two characters pretty much grow up and grow apart on the way they looked at fighting crime. They're going to be on the opposite sides. Not saying that one is going to be bad and the other is going to be good. I think they're just going to show two different sides of that, of them, fighting crime and whatnot. I think for sure they talked about that they were going to see if they can make this work with the DCU, make it part of the DCU, actually making it, part of the Batman DCU that we'll be talking about later on, in our topics for films. But I think they're trying to make it work. I think they have a script. I don't think they confirmed the script. I do believe that they want to make it work with the script that they have so it can make it fit in the DC universe. These are the type of stuff that they still don't answer. I think when they have a project, they should know for sure if this project is going to be part of the DCU or not. I feel like they're just getting scripts. If they like the scripts, they're really good. They'll greenlight it and see if they can fit it. A lot of people are worried about this. I'm not too worried in terms of if the quality is going to be good. I think James Gunn really wants a script to be good before he starts anything. So it's just more if it's going to be part of the universe. If not, why even start greenlighting this stuff? But well, let's jump into our next animated show. It's a Blue Beetle animated series. This is expanding off the world of Jaime Reyes live action movie that we've seen. I think it came out in maybe 2 years ago. I enjoyed the film. There were some flaws to the film, of course, but overall I think the film was great. It had cool action sequences. The suit looked phenomenal. I like how they have the Hispanic theme in there too. They dive deep into it. But they talked a little bit of the animated series. They didn't really get too into specifications on when it's being released, where they're at right now. I think they're just still kind of in early developments. I don't think they have a script. Nothing really gets green lighted until they have a good script. So they're still in early development with that, but they said they are still moving forward with the Blue Beetle animated series. Next thing that is very surprised to me, a big surprise to me, which I almost feel like they shouldn't make these upcoming projects. I'll just, breeze through these because I don't feel like these are really gonna, I don't think this is really much that the DCU should focus on right now. Maybe these projects that I'm going to announce right now are more for like younger kids to put on, for younger kids, for parents to put on for their younger kids, like at home and stuff like that. So the first project that they announced is My Adventures with the Green Lantern. This is a new series. It's going to be following Jessica Cruz in her high school days, and she pretty much gets chosen with the Green Lantern. With the ring from the Green Lantern chooses her, and I'm pretty sure just gonna show how she navigates her life as a teenager, also as a superhero now. Pretty sure they're going to show the Green Lanterns. Still, we do not know if this project is going to be part of the DCU or not. But that is the first animated project they announced that is new. And another one's a DC Superpowers. DC Superpowers, this is very odd to me, I'll be honest. It's pretty much a school of superheroes. The principal is Martian Manhunter, which leads a whole bunch of, younger kids with superpowers and leads them, guides them in how to become, superheroes. The students include Black Lightning's daughter, The Flash, Plastic Man, Aquagirl, and I believe that, I think this is just like another animated TV show that they're gonna do. TV show that they're gonna do for like younger kids and stuff like that. No big marketing. They'll put it on streaming. Probably about an hour. Probably like 30-minute, 25-minute episodes, maybe less. But yeah, that is that TV show that they announced. I'll be honest, I'm not looking forward for the last two TV series that they announced. And then, they also have a Starfire animated TV series. Once again, not a big character. Starfire pretty much is a character that's introduced in Titans. Pretty much the synopsis for this is Starfire's escapes from Tamaran, featuring Crush, Fern, and Princess Amethyst, and space dolphins. If you're interested in that, I get it. I think this is for people that read comic books and have kids. I think these anime series don't really have a bigger picture with anything else. And I also believe that these are not going to really have big ratings at all on the streaming service. I think they're leaning with this TV series a little bit of creative fun for younger kids for them to throw on streaming services for parents and stuff like that. If I had a kid and I'm a big DC fan, I would turn this on for my kid, of course, and just have it playing with them. If it's good, awesome. I want it to be good. I think they'll be good, but is it going to be interesting enough for people to go see it? I don't know. I'll be honest. People to watch it, I'm not 100% sure. But now let's talk about TV series. There's a lot of TV series that have been delayed. There's a lot of TV series that also have been, kind of pushed back and kind of limbo and stuff like that. But let's get into it. The Lanterns TV series that I am highly anticipated, that I'm highly excited for, is Lanterns. I think this is going to be really good. They have phenomenal writers on this, TV series. They have writers from Ozark, writers from Watchmen, the series. And it's also, they have two castings for the Lanterns. I think they're pretty good castings. Jon Stewart's a perfect casting. Perfect casting with Aaron Pierce. And then the casting for Hal Jordan. Let me look it up real quick. I always forget the guy's name. He was in Wolf of Wall Street. He plays the cop. Gonna be pretty much the mentor of Jon Stewart. He's gonna be mentoring Jon Stewart, in this, detective kind of style of film. Of TV series. He's going to be mentoring Jon Stewart. They're going to be, an investigation that's here on Earth that has a higher impact in the overall DC universe. It's going to be like a true detective kind of style, which I'm very looking forward to. Hopefully we see a lot of cool action. They put some money in the, in the projections that the rings can make. Hopefully they don't kill off Hal Jordan because they're making him a little older, or they make him, kind of evil at the end. But they did give us another, another tip on the show. They did tell us that this show is going to be weird and adult-like, and I really like that. I like that. Let's see how weird they get. Hopefully, by weird, they don't mean that it's too weird, maybe too wacky, if I want to say that. But hopefully, it's not. Hopefully, it's very weird, as in there is a lot of monstrous things going on. Maybe a lot of shapeshifters that are being presented in this DC universe. So yeah, that movie's still in production. It's it's moving and going, but I'm very, very excited for Lanterns. I think this is going to be a great show. I can't wait to watch this. Next show that got announced when James Gunn announced the DCU slate a while back is Waller. Waller's having struggles right now. I don't know when this is going to see the light of day. They can't get a script, a good script. I seem trying to find a good story for it, and they just seem to having trouble. Same thing with Booster Gold. Booster Gold, if anyone doesn't know who Booster Gold is, it's pretty much a superhero from the future. Uses this tech to go back in time to fool everyone and being a great superhero. And he's not a bad person. That's not what I'm saying. He's not a bad superhero, but he is trying to pretty much go back in time, be this great superhero. He has superhero syndrome. It's almost pretty sad because it's being a fake person. And he's struggling with that. I think they're going to show that he's going to be struggling with that, but it's a great character. He's very funny, very witty, but they did say some stuff like they can't get a director to, do the movie. The show. The script is still in development. I think they had a director and that director dropped out. They never confirmed the director, but these are not good signs for a show. Why announce shows if they're not even greenlit or close to being greenlit? I think that's a big issue with the slate that was announced a while ago with all these shows. They shouldn't even announce these, especially Waller and Booster Gold. They're not especially Waller. They're not big characters. She's not a crazy big character, not a fan favorite. So why even announce it? Try to get people hyped for it, and then say later that it's struggling to get finalized. I get it. They want to have a great script, which I'm all for, quality over quantity. But why even announce these projects? Like, it doesn't really make sense. Same thing with Paradise Lost. It's it's still in early development. They said it's going at a slow pace. It seems like. I'm not sure what's going on with Wonder Woman. They didn't really mention Wonder Woman at all. Not sure why the press didn't ask about Wonder Woman when she's going to pop up. They are doing a Paradise Lost show, which I believe takes place before, she even exists. Once again, I'll watch this. I think it'll be interesting because they mention it's pretty similar to Game of Thrones kind of style. But once again, they're mentioning these shows that I think people are not too interested in without having a character already announced for the universe. Could raise red flags to people, to be honest. Would people stay interested in this? Hopefully, as a moviegoer fan, DC fan, but it seems like he's picking all these other projects before like the bigger projects first, but we'll see. Let's see. Now let's jump into the new not new, but let's talk about the DC films that are being worked on. They're already greenlit. Clarification on Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, the DCU Batman, where they're at with Superman in terms of new trailers, Supergirl, where they're at with Swamp Thing and Sergeant Rock, which we've heard some news coming out. They had some clarification, still again not a lot. Let's talk about the first thing, Clayface. It is rumored it's going to be part of the Batman Part 2. I think I would like that a lot better because the budget is low. It's a low budget Clayface movie. Mike Flanagan wrote the movie, and They found its director as well. To be honest, I think it'll be a great addition to the Batman. I think it fits that well with the movie that they're doing. They're doing a low budget movie, pretty grounded, it seems like, but still kind of in that horror kind of realm. I think it's going to fit great for the Batman Part 2. It is just a rumor. They didn't say anything of that. Also, do not know why the press did not ask any questions about that. That would have been the first thing I would have asked. If I was in that room, I would have asked, is Clayface part of the DCU? Yes or no? He beats around the question a lot. James Gunn does this thing where he says, "Oh, we'll see where it goes" and stuff like that. But it doesn't make sense if it's greenlit. You should know where this movie is going to take place, or if it's just in an Elseworld. I would like that too as well, to be honest. It's pretty much about a actor. I think is in his downfall, his career. He starts injecting himself with some substance, and his body just starts to not morph, but he pretty much becomes a shapeshifter. I think it'd be a good horror tragic story. When I mean by horror, I don't mean it's going to be like The Exorcist or something scary, but kind of have the horror element to it. But yeah, that movie it's greenlit. It's going to be going now. They found the director, but I think it is rumored to be part of the Batman Part 2. And speaking of the Batman Part 2, James Gunn and Peter Safran have announced that they have not gotten a full script turned into them. A little worrisome in a sense, but at the same time, not too much. They won't start filming until late 2025. They can have a full script turned in before before the summer, during the spring. I know Robert Pattinson and Andy Serkis already have a story. I'm pretty sure James Gunn already has a story. They just probably don't have a full script yet, but it is confirmed by James Gunn himself that Robert Pattinson will not be part of the DCU universe. A lot of people don't like that. I don't mind it. I think what the first Batman did is lay groundwork for what the Batman universe wants to be in this Matt Reeves universe. And I think they did a phenomenal job with open doors for different things with the Penguin, which was a delightful show, a great show with the perfect ending. Colin Farrell's winning all the awards, won the SAG Awards. I don't really think that should be part of the DCU Batman universe. A part of me does wish it did, because Robert Pattinson's phenomenal. But I think it's okay for it to be in his own universe. With that being said, they did ask questions about the Brave and the Bold. It is officially happening. They have not casted, of course, the DCU Batman. James Gunn, though, did give us some good information about the Brave and the Bold, which I was surprised about. Very surprised. His exact quote, he said that the Batman Brave and the Bold, they're working on the script. He said he's very attached to the script with another writer. He did not mention the writer. Not too sure who this other writer is. Hopefully someone good, which I think it is going to be. He also said that Andy Muschietti is not attached to the writing, and I believe he's not attached to the story. I think he's just going to just going to direct the film with the story he is given. I like that James Gunn is attached to it, because I think he's a pretty good writer. Let's see what tone they do with this Batman Brave and the Bold. If you guys don't know, it's with Bruce Wayne. Damian Wayne's Robin. I'm pretty sure they're already going to have a Nightwing. They're already going to have, if they do, there was already a Jason Todd. You got to do all the other Robins before him that already exist. They don't have to be in the Brave and the Bold movie, but I'm pretty sure that they're going to insinuate that they're already in this universe. I like that he's attached to it. I'm not 100% on board with Andy Muschietti directing a Batman film, if I'm being 100% honest. Love the first movie. Second one was okay. The Flash movie was very enjoyable and very decent Flash movie. There's a couple things creative choices that I did not like in the Flash movie. It's taking away the CGI. The story was good, but there's a couple creative choices I didn't like with the Flash movie, which I do get worried for the Batman Brave and the Bold film. So yeah, that's where they're at with the DCU. Let's see if they drop Andy Muschietti and they get someone else. A lot of people did not love the Flash film, so we shall see. Another thing that they are going to be, they did talk about is the Superman movie. They did say they're going to be doing a massive marketing very similar to Barbie. Not sure what that means. I think they're going to try to do a lot of, he didn't get too specifics, but I think they're going to do a lot of, social media stuff. James Gunn is active on social media. They're going to try to do, of course, popcorn buckets. But, yeah, they're going to really try to push this movie. I think on social media is the cheapest way to do it rather than putting just ads everywhere and stuff like that. And billboards and more trailers and stuff like that. I think they are going to push the social media, kind of the younger audience and stuff like that. And James Gunn is very, very good at doing that. They did say they're going to have limited presence at San Diego's Comic-Con, but the trailer is expected to release soon. What I think is the trailer's going to come out during CinemaCon. I think that's April, which is pretty soon, a couple months from now. And they're going to do maybe some behind-the-scenes footage and stuff like that. And I think that's when the trailer drop, or at least after. Well, I think it'll drop at CinemaCon, and a few days or a couple hours later will drop on the internet. What else? They did talk about Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow. It is halfway through filming. They are moving fast on this film. This is a film that I was really not too crazy excited about, just because of the reason is that I expected other characters to have a film before her, before Supergirl. But with the director, the writer, everyone's talking great about this film. My hype level has gone up for sure for this film. Comic book is great. It's very pretty dark too, as well. To be honest, Supergirl's watched her whole planet pretty much demolish into nothing, Krypton, and it's going to feature Jason Momoa's Loba, which I am excited to see what he does with it. I'm just a little kind of, I don't want to say irritated, but I'm not a big fan of bringing old actors that were in the DCEU back, if I'm being 100% honest. But, well, we shall see how this movie is. I think this movie will be good. Hopefully people go see it. Another movie okay, so now we're going to go up into the movies that have not officially been announced before, and I'm going to give you one, which is the Deathstroke and the Bay movie. Still in early talks, but James Gunn saying this could be a game changer. Deathstroke and Bay movie. Interesting that they are trying to develop this movie before like a Flash movie, a Wonder Woman movie, a cyborg kind of film or anything like that. Something with more higher role characters. They're doing a Deathstroke Bay movie. They didn't get too much of what the story is going to be about. I'm 100% sure that's going to be part of the DCU universe. That's one thing that my complaint is. They didn't explain that. Is it part of the DCU? Is it Elseworld? Or they're just going to see where it goes? They need structure. They really don't have much structure. If I feel like they're going to get a script. If the script is good, they'll keep it. But if it's so good that they want to be a part of the DC universe, they're going to try to tweak the scripts to make it fit. But then you start to compromise your overall focus on, the whole DC universe. Hopefully they can get this stuff together. Doesn't make people scratch their heads, But, Deathstroke and Bay movie sounds pretty cool, if I'm being honest. I would love to see these two guys on screen. Hopefully they have Batman somewhat in it. Not sure they'll do an origin story, a team-up story. But yeah, I guess this could be a game changer. I don't know they have a script yet that they really mention. Don't know if they have a director that they really mention. They should have an action director that's pretty good with action movies. But we shall see. Maybe a director did Mission Impossible, John Wick, something like that. I think would be pretty cool. But also one other movie that they did mention that it is for sure in early development is Teen Titans. It's going to be featuring Nightwing, Cyborg, and Starfire. Again, Starfire. Is this the same Starfire from the animated show? We don't know. We have no idea. Is this Cyborg the same as going to be in the DCU? It seems like, because this Nightwing, it seems like it's going to be part of the DCU. Once again, they didn't confirm it. odd to me, to be honest, that they're not confirming if these are part of the universe or not. They're standalones. If they are to say, hey, it's a standalone film, the person that's being attached to write this film, it is the same person that's writing the, Supergirl, Women of Tomorrow film. So, good writer. Actually, I've never read any of her scripts or seen any of her movies, but according to James Gunn, she's a good writer. Was floored by the Supergirl script. So that movie's in early development. Is Deathstroke going to appear in Teen Titans? He is a big part of Teen Titans in certain stories. We shall see. That'll be cool if it's the same Deathstroke from the Bane movie. I think they should do something like that, 100% sure. One movie that they have been putting off for a while when they first announced it was the Authority movie. The Authority is pretty much like the Boys of the DC universe. The only person that's been casted in that film was for a character in the film that was that was announced was Maria Gabriela de Faria. She is actually going to have a role in the Superman movie. She's going to be, seems like, working along Lex Luthor. She is casted. She's pretty much, her whole body is full. It's pretty much full of that, that she's pretty much like a living Iron Man, that she has that metal in her skin and stuff like that. I think it'd be a very cool character on screen. But that movie, it seems like they're having trouble getting the script at all. It is a hard film to do on, a hard story to do on film. Have it intriguing, a good story, a good script. But they're having trouble. They are having big trouble with that. They're having trouble finding a director, seems like, too. I think there was a rumor that one of the movies the movies that was announced is going to be turned into an animated movie. I think this might be it. But, why even make it if it's just going to be animated at that point? Who's going to really watch an Authority movie? I will, because I'm a DC fan, but for a lot of people, this seems a little odd that they're greenlighting an Authority movie before like a Green Lantern movie or, an Aquaman movie or anything like that. But, we shall see. I mean, we do have, the engineer showing up in Superman. I think this might be something that they might just get scratched off. A lot of things seems like they're in limbo. It is very alerting because it does seem like they are not knowing what's being greenlit or not at this point, what they're going to be putting into the universe. Yeah, I think they just have a whole idea, not necessarily knowing what's coming out, unless they're, keeping everything as arm's length as well. But we also have the Sergeant Rock movie that was directed by Luca Guadagnino. I've talked about this film in my last, I think it was my last post. Daniel Craig was rumored to be Sergeant Rock. This has been talked about for months. According to James Gunn, he was never signed off to do it. He uses specific wording to say, to kind of avoid, hey, Daniel Craig just dropped out. Oh, he's not in talks anymore or anything like that. Particular wording he uses, he never signed off. Of course he didn't sign off, or else it would have been announced he signed off. He never said he was never in early talks with Luca or anything like that. I do believe Daniel Craig's a little older for this character. There's rumors of Jeremy Allen. No one asked James Gunn about that during the Q&A. I think they're still trying to get a script. It just seemed like they're just really in early talks. This does not seem like it's going to be part of the DCU universe. It's not going to be connected to anything else. I like that for this particular project. It would be very cool if they did something very director straight driven. Is Elseworld. Luca Guadagnino is a great director. They Call Me by Your Name. He's in talks. He's actually confirmed to do a reboot of American Psycho. He just did Queer with Daniel Craig. They've worked together in the past. Oscar nominated director. He did what's that movie with Timothy Chalamet, Bones and All. Cool movie. Love that movie. But yeah, they just pretty much put it to rest the rumors of Craig being the actor for the lead role, which we already knew already a couple days ago. Well, who would you guys like to see in that role? I know this movie has been talked about on behind the scenes for a couple years now. Years ago. kind of like an action movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think was in talks of being in this movie like years ago. Like I'm talking about like 2010 and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think about that. Also, let's talk about Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing. This was actually announced during the first announcement of the movies and projects that there was going to be coming out. James, sorry if I'm saying his last name correct. James Mongo, they did Ford versus Ferrari. Logan, which is one of my favorite Marvel movies. He just did A Complete Unknown with Timothée Chalamet. He also did Walk the Line with the Johnny Cash biopic with Joaquin Phoenix. Phenomenal director. He can do anything and everything. He, was attached to do the Swamp Thing movie. Does it seem like there's too much movement with that either? The Swamp Thing movie, seemed like when it was announced to be part of DC Universe, James came out not that long ago and was like, yeah, I do want to do it, but I just don't want it to be attached to anything else. Same thing. There's no real answers. The head of the DCU is telling you one thing, and the director's telling you something. Gets people's heads scratching. Either or for this, it would be cool to make it part of the universe. But with it being his own contained story, I think James will do it. James Mongo will do it, and it's part of the Gods and Monster thing that they have going on for this chapter. Right now with this transitioning phase of the DCU, it does feel like we're still in the DCEU with a whole bunch of movies, not knowing that they're attached to anything else. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about these announcements. Is it things that you really don't care about? I think a lot of the animation portion, I think a lot of people, I'm not going to lie, are not a big fan of, don't really care about it. I think the TV shows like Lanterns, people care. Paradise Lost might be a little bit one that a lot of people don't really care about. Waller, how much are people really going to watch Waller, a character, which, it is big in terms of she is like a chess player. She's always behind the scenes moving around, just a step ahead of things. But does someone really want to follow Waller for 8 episodes? Not too sure. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about the films that were announced, about the DC, the DCU Batman. Who do you guys want to see as the DCU Batman? Do you guys want to see another directed Batman movie? If I can have it my way, I would have Denis Villeneuve directed DCU Batman. If that would be like my director fan cast to direct the Batman movie. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in once again to on my film club. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next time. All right, peace.